How long has it been Spotlight now?
5 years.
5 years of February.
That's awesome. It's and in my opinion, could be biased because I've had a lot of good times, but I think it's a special place, and I'm not just saying that. It might sound crazy, but it is. It's people can really do what they do there, music wise. You guys don't limit yourself to one type of music.
Tonight we do karaoke.
Karaoke with Nick D'Amico, who was here.
Yes.
Being a jackass.
Yes. That's Nick D'Amico. We all love Nick D'Amico.
It's an acquired taste.
We're all our,
acquired taste, but
we're all our own characters,
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, he does it Sunday, and karaoke's kind of cool because you're on a stage with the sound system, and
Yes.
you're not stuck in some corner of some bar like most karaoke places,
What about Monday?
Monday nights, we do an acoustic night from 7 to 10. We pick a featured artist each week in like a rotation of 5 artists.
Yeah.
And it's solo acts, duos, trios. It's all acoustic music, different genres every week. And it's like also a burger night. So like people come down.
The kitchen now.
Yes.
Is
the
in
kitchen's
full
rocking.
effect.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about the food.
I think it's phenomenal, and from what I've heard from
It's a good word for it.
From just customers, it's mostly burgers and appetizers. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah.
But what comes out of the kitchen, even though it's a bowl of, like onion rings, or the best onion rings you'll ever eat.
There you go.
Fresh.
It's all fresh.
Fresh.
The chicken fingers aren't frozen chicken
Right.
fingers.
No,
right.
Like
frozen
we
stuff.
get chicken breasts and sit in buttermilk overnight, hand bread it.
Yeah.
It's food you wouldn't expect out of like a bar that's doing music venues with heavy metal one night. And
And I like the daytime thing a lot. That's when I went and saw Guello over there.
Yeah.
The day before they came here, I went and saw them there because I hadn't seen them
The
yet.
day shows.
Yeah, that's really cool. And not to mention the thing with the kids.
Oh, the kids are
Tell
awesome.
me about the kids, because that's crazy and really cool.
There's a few local music schools around here. There's a Fab School of Music, the Music Connection. My buddy Chris Kursker is a teacher at, it's a weird name, I always forget. Sorry, Chris. But they do ensemble programs where they basically form bands, and then these 10, 11, 12-year-olds come to the bar and just crank it on stage.
Like during the day, and all the
the-
parents come there, and it's...
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Tuesdays is then open mic.
Yeah.
And I talked to Chris last week, and we might do like a junior open mic.
You should, before it, or whatever.
From like 7 to 9,
Yeah.
under 21 kids.
Kids can
down
come and play, and their parents will probably eat dinner, and while their kid's on
and
playing
then
live
regular
music
open
in a
mic
bar.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
Wednesday is there's a local organ player, Ken Clark. Ken Clark.
Yep.
So the first Wednesday of the month is the Ken Clark Organ Trio, and then the rest of the month he brings in just different area musicians. So it's always him on the Hammond B3 organ, and it's amazing actually.
Yeah.
Thursday is DJ night. Slip Wax
Yeah.
and Gibney
Right.
come down and they host the night. And Rec Shop Movement is involved with it now, which is pretty cool.
But then we got Friday and Saturday, and that's when the big shows go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the bands that come in there Friday and Saturday nights.
Well, Friday we start with Steve Baglioni on the porch.
Okay, yep.
Uh,
and the shows on the deck, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed
we've
to
been
do it
doing
once,
shows.
but it rained. But but yeah, I do love the bar. I do. That's no bullshit.
Well, maybe we'll give you a free ticket to each show that you interview people for.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I usually
Yeah, so
kind
then
of
you
try
don't
to
get
find a way
kicked.
in for anything.
Yeah. You won't have to sneak in the back door.
And this, I just want to ask. I probably won't even put this in, but what was up with that commercial with the two girls? I was so confused. I was like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Were they twins? They looked like twins.
Yeah. No, that's my sisters. So,
Really?
yeah. So
No,
watch
it
them out.
wasn't. No. I'm sorry. If you had to sell the Spotlight Tavern in 30 seconds and just say why it's the best place in the world, What would you say, kid?
I think it's just a unique place to play music, and the bands always sound good. And it might be the style of band that I'm not particularly fond of, but I still like watching people live on stage, no matter what they're doing.
Right.
And people get to do that every night, and we get to be part of it. So that's cool.
What's different is when I used to play out a lot, the selection of where you can play as a musician is limited. It's getting more and more limited.
It definitely is.
You're losing,
so many places have closed
losing
in
the
Boston.
live
Big
music scene.
bars that had big bands.
And the rest of the places, like a restaurant will try and get music in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, sure, you can play on a Friday night. But like tables are still set up with people at them, and like you can't set up your equipment. They're like, oh, you gotta bring your own sound.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll put this lamp over in the corner to light you guys up.
Well, I
Whereas
mean, yeah, I think, back in the day, if your band went to play at a bar and no one was there, the bartender would say, hey, sorry, no one was here, guys. Now, if no one's there, they go, hey, why wasn't anyone here?
It's your fault.
But, I mean, you got to bring people, too,
Yeah.
The bar should bring people and the band should bring people, and then that together forms new fans, blah, blah, blah. That's how it works.
Gets bigger.
And you guys' as a place is a great place to make that happen.
Yeah, it's a little different because we're doing the music first, you know what I mean? And then we're backing it up with, making improvements and having that deck and having the 2 bars. And
that's what the place is
food.
known
so
for. Is
we
music
have the
more than anything
stage,
else,
we have lights, we have a good sound system, you know what I mean? Like, we try and cater to the customers and the musicians.
So basically, if you have something, you got it. You got something. The Spotlight Tavern is a good place to go and try and show people that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might be the worst metal band I've ever heard, but if you're the drummer and you're just phenomenal at what you do, I'll still sit there and watch you play drums, even though I'm not a big fan of the music itself.
Right, and especially
But to watch somebody do that and be good at it, I don't care what kind of music it is. It's neat to watch.
Yeah. Especially if you put on a good show, and
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about when Marianne and Toilet was here. Was the, you could be the most talented band in the world, but if you're sitting there looking at the floor and looking at your hands, who gives a shit? I'd rather hear 3-chord punk rock if it's more fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think I called them comedy rock opera one time.
Yeah.
And they really liked that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Marianne
'cause
Toilet?
people, yeah, because people
they're so
ask
much
us all
fun.
the time.
They're
oh,
playing their
what-
release, you guys.
Yeah. Yep. Couple weeks.
June, July 16th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wello is played.
Yes, they. Oh man, when they were here, that was just something else. Like I really felt like I was on the set of like a Jim Henson. Like this is the close I'll ever get to being in a Muppets movie.
And it's all duct tape, which
Yeah,
is...
it's all made of duct tape, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty...
And they all make it like themselves.
I couldn't make that.